on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Throwing is Manning on third down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Watson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 52 yards. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. That's complete, right around the 8. Boom! Deshaun Watson, that's his first touchdown pass since October 29th of last year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This fielded at the 2. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Manning to throw on second down. It's caught. Beckham. And getting this just shy. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Manning. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Kerry Wynn, the one to bring him down.
Come back.
Watson, off play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson, escaping the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Texans were penalized 124 times last year, 3rd most in the NFL, and now they come up 1st and 15. To throw is Watson, flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Complete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not?
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Gallman. And now running right through it. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's Miller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. Down to about the 22 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Richmond.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
The Texans trying for 2. Last season, they were just 2 of 5 on 2-point attempts. Flushed out right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. The New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time they're having a powerful arm. Isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback? But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive with a give to Blue. He finds an opening past the 40. A big-time play there for the Texans. 41 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Reset. Hey!
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half.
Right, now,
we're back to Houston after this timeout. They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he stopped immediately there. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now it's the backup Lauletta. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the gun on 3rd down, Lauletta looking for Shepard deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watson now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Texans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Miller. Got some room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
They'll run with Foreman, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Green 39! Green 39! Tiger!
Now a play fake, and it's Watson going up top. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot!
They start on the ground with Gallman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Leopard! Watching now, Barney!
On 2nd down, here's Loletta. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Loletta. Trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over at the 20. And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 43 yards. On first down, it's Lauletta. And this is incomplete. Wayne Gallman is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, You saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Watson on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Watson. Flush to his right. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing deep here for Coleman. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A gain of 32 that time.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3-19.
play fake, and it's Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the red zone now, Lauletta. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 53 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Reset.
Back to throw, Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Now, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Watson. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. On first down, Lauletta. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Again, Lauletta. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts, a must recover if they're going to have any shot.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Richmond!
Now Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. Throwing now, Watson. And that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.